Ladies and gentlemen, feast your eyes on the Polygon Collosus DH7. And let me tell you, it has been a while since I have been this genuinely stoked to review a new bike. And today I finally get to share it with you. Everything from its refined 6-bar suspension layout, built-in geometry adjustment, and killer part spec for the price makes it the bike to have for park rats and racers looking for maximal performance with minimal impact to their wallet. In this video, we'll take a closer look at the aforementioned frame and components, and then take it out to my local bike park, Mount Bachelor, so you can see how it handles in the real world. Now, first things first, let's check out this sick new frame. Not only does it look awesome with its gloss to matte black fade and Kashima colored graphics, but it's also been designed from the ground up for uncompromised downhill performance. It features 200 millimeters of rear wheel travel built around Polygon's 6-bar independent floating suspension, or IFS design. And if you're the kind of rider who actually likes to geek out on suspension kinematics, this is where things get exciting. The design separates braking forces, pedaling efficiency, and suspension feel so they don't interfere with each other. Translation, you get buttery, small bump sensitivity and big hit control without brake jack or pedal bob. It feels planted and plush where you want it to, but stays composed and efficient under load. Geometry-wise, the DH7 is full-on modern downhill. The head tube angle sits at a slack 62.6 degrees, which you can steepen slightly to 63 with the flip chip. And that gives the front end serious composure when you're dropping into steep terrain or blasting through fast, rough sections. There's also a second flip chip in the rear dropout that allows you to run the bike as either a mullet, which is how the bike ships, or with a 29er front and rear. With 2 flip chips, one at the lower shock mount and one at the rear dropout, you get 4 total geometry configurations to choose from. That means you can fine-tune the bottom bracket height and head angle depending on the track you're riding or your preferred wheel setup. Altogether, the frame on the DH7 is the perfect blend of real-world adjustability and race-ready performance. It's low, long, and slack, and not in a one-size-fits-all way. It's designed to give you options, whether you're chasing podiums, hitting massive jump lines, or just enjoying laps at the park. When it comes to the build kit on the Collosus DH7, Polygon obviously had performance in mind. This isn't one of those entry-level builds that just looks fast. This thing is ready to race right out of the box. Suspension duties are handled by RockShox's base series, which brings high-end tech to a more accessible price point. Up front, you get the 200mm RockShox Boxer, a dual crown fork that delivers the same strength and stiffness as a World Cup bike, but with a simpler damper to help keep costs down. This is perfect for riders who want a no-fuss fork that can still take big hits. And it's more of the same out back, where you'll find a RockShox Vivid that's been specifically tuned to get the most out of Polygon's 6-bar suspension layout. But rest assured, the bike is still coil compatible. Braking is handled by TRP DHR Evos, and this is where the DH7 really starts to punch above its price point. These are the same high-end 4-piston brakes found on the top-tier DH9. With 203mm rotors front and rear, you're getting serious stopping power, excellent modulation, and heat resistance you can rely on run after run. The drivetrain is a SRAM GX DH 7-speed setup, which is designed specifically for the demands of downhill racing. It keeps things simple and secure with a tighter gear range, shorter derailleur cage, and rock-solid chain retention. Polygon pairs it with Truitive descendant cranks and an E13 chain guide and bash guard, so even if you're getting wild on the rocks, your drivetrain stays protected and running smooth. As for tires, the DH7 rolls on a pair of Schwabe Magic Mary tires with a super gravity casing and Addicts soft rubber compound for maximal strength and grip. Just as with the brakes, these are the same tires found on the DH9. That means you're getting the exact same performance the pros ride, but for a fraction of the cost. Another high-end carryover on the DH7 is the Raceface cockpit. You've got a Raceface Atlas direct mount stem and some massive 820mm wide Raceface Atlas bars. It's pretty sweet getting name brand components like this, as they not only help keep weight low and strength high, but they also give you that custom posh look. All in all, the DH7 offers a killer spec for the price. It's really one of the most affordable dual crown bikes on the market, but still has all the strength and durability of bikes that cost twice as much. And to be honest, I'd guess that most of us wouldn't even be able to distinguish the difference between things like the RockShox base suspension versus their top-tier ultimate level, or the SRAM GX drivetrain versus an X01. And of course, we can't forget that all of these are bolted to one of the most capable downhill frames Polygon has ever produced. It's a bike that's built to go fast, take hits, and come back for more. And that just so happens to be what I'm about to get up to next. I'm gonna pop the DH7 in the back of the truck and head up to my local bike park, Mount Bachelor. All right, we are out here at the bike park. Woo! That the DH7 needs for practice. After just 2 full days of riding the DH7 at the bike park, I'm in love. There were so many sections that I could feel myself get prepped and ready for these big rocks to kind of feel the impact of more of my trail bike or even my enduro bike that the DH7 just ate up without a feeling in the world. The bike wants to stick you to the ground, and it felt so stable and level when I was going down Black Diamond tech trails. I even got to race the DH7 on day 2 of ever riding it, which was such a blast. I also gotta say, pretty much every single lifty was asking me about the bike. They thought it was so cool because, I mean, let's be real, look at it, it is a beautiful bike. I threw on my Atlas pedals to kind of go with the full kit, and chef's kiss, I'm telling you. Now, my plan is to be on this bike a lot this summer, so if you want to see more race footage, more spec, ride feel, whatever you'd like to see about the DH7 so that you know that it could be the right bike for you, drop a comment below and let me know. Let me know what we're looking for out there. After you've done that, get out there, grab your bike, whatever you got, and get ripping.